Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. I'm on the home screen because I accidentally hit the start button for the next mission on accident. Uh, already making mistakes. So yeah, we're gonna do the West's Last Stand. But yeah, we have to. It looks like we have to save first. So what did we do last time? We completed the previous mission. And in this episode, we're going to have to fight Annette and her father, Gilbert, and they likely will not survive, which is not good. I went around and checked to see what the difference in the last mission was, and apparently it is possible if you just kill Rodrigue and Eloise without defeating Nova or Byleth, I guess. Since yeah, if you don't defeat Byleth and you just go after Rodrigue and Eloise and defeat them, you have the option of recruiting Byleth and Geralt, and not killing Geralt. So that's nice. We didn't do that though. We beat Byleth pretty immediately. Then we took care of Rodrigue and Eloise, and then had to kill Geralt. So that will probably change the story a bit in the future. But that's for next. That's for future me to have to worry about, or potentially me in this chapter, considering we only have 5 chapters left in this storyline. Thankfully, though, you can recruit Byleth and Geralt in other storylines. And there's other characters that you can recruit as well, but you have to use Renown in order to do that. And I figured out how you are able to use Renown as well. You have to go to your tent, and there's a journal on the right-hand side, very similar to how you would spend your Renown. Well, actually, no. You spent Renown at the 4 saint statues in the monastery, didn't you? Oh well. But yeah, you can go to the journal in your tent and spend renown. I think it said that it was like 60 renown per character, which that's quite a lot. But we'll see what we can unlock in the future. I will definitely try to unlock all the characters that I can, but I also am apprehensive to the fact that I don't know whether or not I'm going to be able to like New Game Plus and play through my second route choice, if it'll count that, because I carried over the data from the demo. We'll see if they thought that far ahead. I hope they did so that they could code that properly, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I also reclassed a lot of people into master classes. We have a lot of Grimoires now. So that'll be fun to see. You'll get to see what Yuritsa's class is. Oh boy, Yuritsa is quite something right now. And I think that's about it. So let's just overwrite the save data and get into the mission. I did complete everything on the war map. Hubert spoke to Ferdinand about his father in a little mini cutscene.
Our recent battles have won nearly all of the kingdom's central and western lords to our side.
And Hubert also mentioned at the end of the conversation that he might need to like take more drastic measures, which that's not good coming from Hubert, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see what he does with that. We got enough enemies to worry about right now. I think we're going to get like a 4-pronged attack, to be honest. You've got those who slither in the dark. You've got the church, both of which are in hiding and silent at the moment. And we're trying to take over the kingdom of Fargus, which is our main concern at the moment. And then you've got Nova, who is a complete wild card, Joker, could come out of anywhere at any moment and just destroy us. So that's not fun. We'll see, though.
Those who chose not to bend the knee are making their last stand in that castle.
They are weary men unable to keep pace with the times. And now we can be rid of them all in but a single stroke. They had plenty of chances to surrender and chose not to avail themselves thus. Show no mercy. If they wish to cling to the past, let them die in its embrace.
I wish they'd consider all the poor souls they're forcing to perish along with them.
Sure, but I fully understand why they'd want to hole up in a castle. That's my go-to move.
They're beneath a siege, not holed up. The difference is unequivocal.
Sorry, what?
Unequivocal. It is a new word I have been learning. Its meaning is clear and unambiguous, yes?
Again, what?
And they were studying too. Dorothy is so disappointed in Caspar.
Look, the way I see it, we just need to bust through the gates and pummel the stuffing out of them.
It unfortunately is not that simple. Most of the kingdom's castles are specifically designed to withstand a siege. Our only option is to chip away at them slowly from the surrounding forts.
I agree, there is no
I
place
see.
for mercy on the battlefield. If the enemy desires a fight, we will rend them asunder and leave their bones on the midden heap.
Hello?
We need to move carefully. A cornered foe is capable of anything.
That was weird coming from Ferdinand. Easy win, advise caution, remain silent. I wonder what this'll do.
Nothing to add? Very well.
Oh, Petra. Interesting.
It's time. All units to positions. Prepare to attack.
Very interesting indeed. Okay, wow, we only get 4 units for this. Well, maybe not. We still gotta do this. Alright, so what do we have here? Does not look like you can recruit Annette at this point, which, not surprising. It looks like we can take 4 of these. So we can either hire some mercenaries. Reinforcements will deploy periodically. I think I'll do that. Relentless formation. Begin the battle in an offensive formation. Assign an armored unit to protect a target. I think we'll do that. We'll rally on the side of caution here. Yeah, we definitely want to stop the messengers and backdoor intel. Open a backdoor into the fortress using previously acquired information. Ooh. Wonder if we can even get there. Find out though. All right, so we have our normal 8. We're definitely gonna have Shez in there because I mean, she destroys everything. I got more weapons for people, as you can probably tell. Though there are some people who still have lesser weapons, unfortunately. Probably will not be using them. You are going to be changed. Bernadetta is not... It's not necessary for Bernadetta to be in this map. Interesting. Manuela. Let's go Yuritsa. Put him out there. He's ridiculous. Ferdinand will be his adjutant. Hubert's now a Dark Bishop. And so is Linhart, so we'll pair those two together. Edelgard does about the same. Looks like Caspar's good on that side. And Petra's good over there. We'll put, we'll put Caspar in front this time because Petra still just takes care of the same things as we do. What do these guys have that are... Oh, they've got hammers. That's good against armored units, yeah. I'm actually kind of excited. I'm getting more and more excited for Engage the more that we play this. It looks like 12 minutes. Wow. 12 minutes, 1,200 enemies defeated. We gotta be quick on this one. But yeah, I'm getting more and more excited for a more traditional Fire Emblem experience the more that I play this game. Which, I think I will probably only make it as far as the end of the Black Eagles route here before we actually have to start playing Engage, which is unfortunate, but that's just how it is. Still got Xenoblade to finish too. I do plan on finishing Xenoblade before we get to the end there and have to start a brand new playthrough so that I can at least just focus on one thing at a time. You know, 2 playthroughs are nice, but
Or to breach the castle.
I'd really rather only have to focus on one at a time.
Begin by eliminating the troops
I can actually focus on making that one quality
of those strong.
as well in that regard, which would be great. So we gotta take out some strongholds here.
Take care not to forge too.
That one's down. Fantastic. You go mess that up, and you go seize that one.
Would be disastrous. if
Alright, now that we're done there, those guys are down. Don't let the allied base fall.
Why won't you just give up already?
God, the fact that they call it an allied base just gives me bad flashbacks of playing Hyrule Warriors all the time when I was in high school. I've been a Nintendo kid since my childhood, so I jumped at the chance to buy the Wii U when it was a new console, because, I mean, the only console that I had ever really gotten the chance to play. Why am I burning? I hate this. Stop burning. I'm still burning. I don't like this.
Open the gates!
Open the gates.
Throw the gates wide. Let that bleeding heart get the best of you.
Interesting. Well, Yuritsa took that out pretty quickly.
Starting the mission. Is that
Kill that guy.
Not a problem. Move
You move that way.
If I must. Leave this.
Send you over there. Have Shez come with me. I don't even remember what I was thinking about before. Oh yeah, Hyrule Warriors. Gustav appeared. Welcome, Gustav. Not on a horse this time, are you?
ravage these lands while I still draw breath. I will lay the lot of you low.
Interesting. It'll be interesting to have to play multiple of these Armored Lord units. What are you guys doing? It's the 27th? Yeah, the 27th. So we had Christmas. It's pretty nice. I believe I spoke a little bit about it in the last episode. What are you guys doing for New Year's? Huh? You going somewhere? You're just gonna spend it at home? Tell me what you're doing down in the comments. I don't get much engagement down there. Then again, I only get like 1 to 2 views on these videos when they go up, so I never really expect too much, but it would be nice to, if you do stumble across this, to just tell me about yourself. Tell me what you're doing. Tell me if you're excited for Fire Emblem. How about that? Keep it on topic. I am personally just looking forward to whatever Nintendo comes up with next year. I am not too excited for the next Zelda game, specifically because I don't know what it is. I don't really have... It's difficult to be excited for something when... I mean, I was only kind of a casual fan of Breath of the Wild. I will be infinitely excited if we get a more traditional approach to the dungeons in the sequel. Because, I mean, Zelda dungeons are just so fantastic. Like, I had way more fun playing through Twilight Princess HD a couple years ago than I did playing through Breath of the Wild the first time, I think. It's just my opinion. I like that type of game better, I guess. Alright, Caspar up to 40. That's good. What do we got? Why are we all just sitting here? Go kill these guys. Yuritsa, Go kill that guy. And you
Must.
go beat this person up. Alright, where are we going? I'm going to go help my favorite buddy over here, Linhardt, take stuff out. Alright, that warlock's down. Hello? There we go. Base captain. We might, in fact... Nice.
Is everything prepared? All of our hopes rest on this strategy.
Oh great, Ballistae, huh?
The enemy is targeting us with their ballistae, Your Majesty. We must respond.
Let's beat him up.
No one is matching us.
Oh my goodness. There's so many enemies.
I am so into this. Out of my way.
Damn, how many was that? Like 100? 67? You really only gave me 67 for that?
The results speak for themselves.
That's ridiculous.
Lady Edelgard,
Alright, die.
your fine
No
work.
one is matching us. I am so into this. Out of my way.
Hold on 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Now we're back.
We've underestimated our foes. Send word to Duke Ivan and Count Karen and have them send reinforcements.
I was supposed to be collaborating with someone to get a meal, and they wanted me to do the order myself and didn't know I was recording for some reason, so fantastic.
Cannot permit them to summon reinforcements.
Don't you love that when that happens? Oh, you son of a bitch.
Breather.
Though I am reluctant to do this, I can see no other choice.
Deploy the reserves. Don't
Alright, Count Duval's down. Yaritza's high level now.
through.
Hello? Caspar, where you going?
So,
Kill the fucking guy? Thank you.
Starting the mission.
You?
Is that an...
There's no escape. Goddess above, I beg you to watch over the people of France.
Always ends this way for villains who try to harm Your Majesty.
The day has come to repay the debt my lineage owes the royal family. And should the cost be my life, so be it.
God, this is so fucking depressing, you know? All these people are, like, fully expecting death.
Show yourself, Baron Dominic. Surrender, and I will spare your life.
My life means nothing if I must spend the rest of it facing my people in shame. I will not abandon them in their time of need.
I will not suffer you to lay a hand on my brother.
Well, I'm certainly glad we won't have to deal with those reinforcements. According to our intelligence, there's a secret passage in the area that can help us gain the upper hand.
Bear witness.
Get the backdoor intel. The Imperial Army discovered a secret passage in the castle. Fantastic.
Oh, if I must.
Yeah, just beat that guy real quick. Oh, this is the Allied base.
what should I do? Sure, let's
Yeah,
try.
go beat those guys up.
I should catch the enemy on.
They honestly should not be there.
Let us see.
It's bad that they are. Unfortunately for you, Swordmaster, you are up against the Death Knight, which, yes, this is the class. This is his class. It's his unique class, I believe, and it's the Death Knight. He doesn't wear the mask, but he is without a doubt the Death Knight. Ow. And unfortunately for us, these guys are being assholes. Don't worry, we'll freeze them. Yeah, no escape from that. Goodbye. Oh, why hello, Swordmaster. Would you like to get cut down? Nice of you to show up. Goodbye. Alright. Look at all these KOs we're getting. Fantastic. These sword masters are nice, but they honestly aren't accomplishing much. That can always break them real quick. I've noticed that just using X, the strong attack, by itself will allow you to create dark spikes that come out of those pits that he creates when he finishes one of his attacks, like... It does a lot of damage, too. It can quickly defeat someone if they're not careful. Alright, we got the chest key. I'm just having these guys really go to town down here. And it looks like they're dealing good damage. I think I'll have Caspar go over there and open that chest so I don't have to do it myself. I was gonna say, is there even a stronghold captain down here? I guess there is. Ferdinand, level 39. Nice to see it. I already have full on that, so I don't really need it. I'll take it though. See what this does. Oh yeah, that's oh, there goes Gustav. I was gonna say,
Your Majesty, I pray you deliver our kingdom.
I feel like I'm just being interrupted repeatedly while I'm playing this, and I have to, like, my brain doesn't work like that. I don't deal with interruptions well.
I will finish what you started.
Annette. You poor soul. Oh wow, that's interesting. I never knew they had a hammer.
I'm doing this for all the people I care about.
She wields a hero's relic. If we strip her of it, it could serve us well in the future.
Oh really? You think so? I'm going to go ahead and say all out offensive, except for Shez, who I want going this way. And I'm also just going to control.
That secret passage is useless now.
I was actually going to use it just now, but...
To defend this castle, and I will, no matter who I have to face. The others are out here risking life and limb, and I can't let them.
You know, I honestly might think about restarting, because I don't think I had to fight Annette. just a second ago, you know? The fact that this secret passage exists means that I could just go right to Baron Dominic, right? Which means that I wouldn't have to fight and kill Gustav, which was probably the reason that Annette appeared. God damn it. See, I don't think about these things. I just see an objective on screen and I go, yeah, we'll do that. You know what? I'm not going to kill you. No. I'm not going to kill you. You're going to leave. I'm going to leave you on the smallest health possible. And I'm going to take Shez and move her as well.
But it's nap time.
And here we go. So here's what Grimory is.
I'm sorry, Father.
Well, she's dead.
I did everything in my power, but it just wasn't enough.
You know, I tried to save her. A little bit late, but I tried to save her.
Don't hear Annette. Not you as well. How will I ever tell your mother?
You won't, because you're not going to survive.
And now I, too, go to battle for the last time. Though our fates may be sealed, we will fight to the very last.
Such relentless resistance. Seize the remaining strongholds, and let us nip this problem in the bud once and for all.
Seize every last enemy position. Brook no resistance.
You will pay for the blood you have spilled this day. You'll have to do better than that to best the warrior of Fargus.
Oh. Defeated.
Well fought, everyone. This will deal a crushing blow to the kingdom. Our campaign is not over, but for now, we celebrate.
Yeah, I feel like I probably should have made a different choice there. That mission was really short, too.
And so I reach my end. Pray forgive me my weakness, Your Majesty. Annette. Gustav. Forgive me.
They deified him for being the descendant of a hero, and in return, he got a life he could never control, and a death he could never ordain.
Yet surely the man was happy to die for his people. He must have felt as though he had fulfilled his set purpose in life.
That notion alone should tell you how warped the world has become. Still, right and wrong are spoils to be handed out by the victor of this war.
Well said, Your Majesty. We must prevail if we are to change the world. This war is only the first step.
I get it now.
I beg your pardon.
Everything's finally clicked for me. I understand what we're really up against here.
Oh?
I told you before, I don't always get where you're coming from. Still, you trusted me, and that was enough. But what you said just then, it made me realize we're not fighting the church or the kingdom. I mean, we are, of course. But what we're really up against is the world itself. And even if we win, there's no guarantee we'll leave Fodlan better than we found it. All we can do is try our best and hope it works out. Pretty hard to wrap your brain around, honestly. I can't even begin to fathom how you can grapple with something that heavy.
Once again, you managed to find a most surprising nugget of philosophy.
I knew you'd understand. Even if I can't point to the reason why I felt that way. But I'm glad to hear you say it. Thank you.
Pressure. Well, unfortunately, only one person uses.
Another chapter in the Caspar saga.
Only one person on our team uses axes, so.
This is part of me now.
Oh boy, he learned counterattack. Aurora Shield. A shield that grants divine protection from projectiles and nullifies effectiveness against flyers. Unfortunately, we don't have a flyer on our team. Got a Master Seal and an energy drop. We got the S rank on that mission. I might go through on my own time and check and see what the differences in that mission are.
The lands of Brennius now belong to us, As you know, Brynnia shares a border with Blaidd territory. The enemy's stronghold of Ferdiad is but a stone's throw away. At long last, we approach the final push of this campaign. Stay vigilant, but be not afraid. We shall wield our weapons as one, claim our victory, and unite all of Fodlan under our flag.
Blaidd land at last. The kingdom will be more desperate than ever now.
As they should be. We have stripped away nearly half of their territory at this point. But we still have the remaining houses to contend with. Karen, Galatea, Fraldarius, and Gautier are all unshakably faithful to the crown.
Oh yeah, I should mention in one of the side missions that you have to play through beforehand, we had to fight Sylvania again. He still has not been fought on screen, I don't think. He could have been. I don't think he has, though. But yeah, fought Sylvain again. Didn't kill him again. And we also fought Felix in one of the side missions as well for the first time. And we did not kill him either. So they will definitely show up later. But Galatea, we already defeated Ingrid and Charon. I don't remember who... Oh yeah, that was Mercedes, wasn't it? We already killed her. They really only have, at this point, they only have Dedu, Dimitri, Sylvain, and Felix left.
They would tear us to pieces had they the chance. Certainly not my idea of a fun afternoon.
Still, we have no choice but to face them unless they decide to stop harboring the Archbishop.
Do you think that's even a possibility? The people of the kingdom are quite devout after all.
I highly doubt it. So let them huddle together like the cornered rats they are and...
Huh? What's going on?
Urgent news, my lord. Massive revolts have broken out in Hrim and Ordelia territory.
Lysithea.
What? Did you say Hrim?
Unrest in the Empire can't be a coincidence.
So, those who slither in the dark have finally made their move.
Possibly, but Lysithea probably has a hand in it as well.
This is it. This is our chance to figure out who or what those people really are.
I see.
Scarlet Blaze. The Rising Darkness. Having smashed the kingdom's last desperate defense, the Empire takes the battle north. Further pressure from the Alliance to the east forces King Dimitri to make a difficult choice. Will the Empire and Alliance prevail and unite Fodlan? Just as all begin to entertain the possibility, those most opposed to the idea finally emerge from the shadows.
Oh boy.
Apparently, it started with attacks by bandits and insurgents, which touched off a widespread revolt. The people have taken to the streets, and now Hrim and Ordelia territory are in total chaos.
We have no choice but to intervene. At present, it is just Hrim territory. But if the unrest spreads to neighboring Imperial lands, there will be no water cask large enough to quench the flames.
Especially if the fires were intentionally set. And yet, redeploying our forces to deal with the unrest could be exactly what they're after.
Probably.
I believe it is, Your Majesty. With the aid of the Alliance, we were on the brink of securing the kingdom's surrender. The war was all but decided. It seems certain parties were not at all happy with that particular arrangement.
Yeah, you can't.
I guess we have to.
War when your own land's falling apart at the seams.
No one is more reluctant than I am to turn back when victory is within our grasp. But it is the only option.
Yeah.
Fortunately, the kingdom now lacks the soldiers to take advantage and regain their lost territory. We'll leave enough troops to hold the line and take the main force east at speed. I'll have Count Bergles take position at Aryan Road.
That sounds exhausting. But you're the boss,
Do you mind if I just slink off to my room and... Oh, here come the dagger eyes. Never mind.
If it's settled, let's not waste another second. Every moment we delay means more suffering for the innocent people who are caught up in this.
Going to Hrimland will take us close to Ire. Needless to say, I am in favor of departing at once.
Let's go find the masterminds behind this mess and send them to meet their maker.
But how will we be telling the innocent people from those who are causing trouble?
A fair point. If we're too reckless, many good people are going to be killed.
Only one thing to do. Let's get to Hrim territory and sort this out.
Okay, back in the Empire again. All the way over there. You really are displacing us as far away as they can from Fargus. Okay, battle suggestions. Does anyone have any suggestions regarding how to prepare for battle?
I have a proposition.
Let's see. Slightly increase the chance of raising a unit's strength, a unit's magic, or a unit's defense. Let's go for defense, why don't we?
Shall we?
Cool. We have an award available as well for something. I didn't think that I had enough to get another reward, but I guess I do. This is a relatively short episode, and on top of that, I think I had to trim out like 7 minutes from the thing. View rewards. We'll grab the golden apple.
Any result's a good result.
I don't think that we really have many supports to go over, but I guess we'll go over... Oh, we've got a decent amount. Let's go over what we've got. Shez has A supports with Dorothea, Bernadetta finally, and Happy. We'll start with Dorothea.
La 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 la.
Oh yeah?
La 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 la.
How was that? Yeah, good.
Still the same reaction, huh?
Sorry, me and singing just don't mix very well. Though, it did make me feel warm inside. Kinda like I was a kid again, with my mom.
Hey, you do get it! That was a lullaby from a long, long time ago. Nowadays, nobody remembers the lyrics, though. Or sings it to their children, for that matter.
Interesting. In-game diegetic lore for a song.
A lullaby, huh? I guess that's why it took me back the way it did. But wait, if nobody knows the words, how are you so sure that's even what it is? Just from how it sounds?
Well, there was this scholar who researched it a few years ago and said as much. Couldn't tell you if they were right, though.
Huh. Honestly, I kinda like that it didn't have any words. That way it can hit you straight in the heart without all that lyrics and meaning stuff getting in the way.
I'm glad to hear you giving music a little more thought now.
And I'm glad I've had so many chances to listen to you sing. Your voice touches people, Dorothea. Even if they don't have the knowledge to really appreciate the high-level art of it. I mean, look at me. Bottom of the barrel, and you still practically move me to tears.
Oh, come now, don't talk about yourself like that.
It doesn't really bother me. And I'm not wrong, am I? No birth parents, no real background to speak of. The whole wandering merc gig. It is what it is.
That's quite the positive attitude. I'll have to try a little bit of that myself sometime. In the meantime, I've once again been able to rethink my singing thanks to you. I lost much of my emotion about the craft during my time as a diva, but I can feel it coming back now.
You really are incredible, you know that?
How do you mean?
I don't know. There's just something beautiful about the way you speak. It's like your thoughts just come out of your mouth fully formed, almost perfect, then find their way straight into people's hearts. Probably has something to do with all the training you did to become a diva, and all the training you've continued doing since. Meanwhile, here I am struggling to even make proper sentences when I try to talk about your singing.
Thank you for the kind words. It makes me feel a lot better hearing you say those things about me. But for the record, I don't think you're bad with words at all. Even your little speech now was the definition of smooth. If I didn't know any better, I'd think you were trying to flirt with me.
Oh? Interesting. All right, Bernadetta.
Oh, hi.
Bernadetta, listen. I'm sorry about what happened back there.
Oh, it wasn't your fault. I'm the one who should be apologizing.
I didn't realize things could even go that bad. I'm glad we managed to get you in front of the meanest looking guy in my company, but that didn't last long before the nerves got to you. Quickest I've ever seen someone run, let me tell you.
And then I accidentally stepped on that horse's tail, so it started going wild and totally trashed the place. It'll probably take weeks for them to clean that up. Oh, you really did it this time, Bernie.
Do we want to be mean to the girl who obviously has issues? No, we
We all
don't.
make mistakes. Water under the bridge, you know?
Yeah, thanks.
That aside, though, you still want to do something about your shyness, right? I can see why this is a bigger problem than your whole staying indoors thing. Your anxieties can be quite the hurdle to overcome.
You're right. But hey, I haven't been keeping to myself at all lately. Bernie's out in the open.
Either way, now we know how things turn out when we try to force the issue.
How's that work?
Oops, skipped that on accident.
Well, we can start by having you hide nearby while I talk to someone you're afraid of. And, I don't know, if the conversation gets interesting, maybe you can come out and join in?
I'm not going to care whether it's interesting or not. It doesn't matter if they're serious or boring or the most fascinating person in the world.
Yeah, I guess that's gonna be tough to manage on its own, huh?
Well, maybe the incremental approach won't actually be as hard as we think.
Oh?
Really?
I mean, I did used to think you were pretty terrifying. But with all this stuff we've been doing together, I've actually gotten used to you. And now I'm not really shy around you, am I?
Wait, she was afraid of me?
Exactly flattered to hear that, but, well, I guess I'll just be glad I don't scare you anymore. Sounds like spending time with someone is the key. Which means we'll just have to toss you straight into the deep end and see if you can swim.
Ah, no, not the deep end! I hate the deep end!
Sorry, just messing with you. Anyway, here's hoping you and I can keep getting closer, Bernadetta.
Right.
You can do it. All right. That's another A rank friend. And let's make it a third.
Hey, Happy. You got a minute?
I have several. Need something?
So, I heard a little about your past, and I was wondering if you wouldn't mind telling me more about it.
I see. So now you know, huh? Not the most pleasant story. What did you want to know?
I was thinking about how you asked all those questions about my mom, and I realized you were probably worried I went through the same thing as you.
Yeah, that about sums it up. You do have those mysterious powers after all. When I was little, some strange lady kidnapped me. I became a test subject for her twisted experiments. That's how I ended up with my condition, or whatever you want to call it. Not that it's life-threatening.
Safe to say my mom never did anything like that. I'm pretty sure I'd remember it if she did. She didn't really talk much, but I don't think she had a deceitful bone in her body. Her life was kinda just what you'd expect out in a village like that. She did keep to herself, though. Thinking about it more, it's possible she was on the run from someone.
Probably.
That does sound a little worrying. But in any event, I'm glad you didn't go through what I did. And unlike me, it seems you've got a pretty good handle on your powers.
Maybe not.
Nah, I don't really have full control of them yet. You never know when something might go wrong. One day that sword might overtake me, and I'll turn into a monster. Like something out of a fairy tale.
If that ever happens, I'll just sigh, and you'll come running. And then me and all your old friends would put you out of your misery. Now that's a real fairy tale ending.
Oh, that won't
Wow.
give me nightmares
All right.
at all. But if it ever came to it, I think that's how I'd like to go. Mercenaries need to use every weapon and tactic at their disposal. Maybe flinging these powers around isn't such a good idea. But right now, I need to do whatever I can to stay alive. Now honestly, I should probably take a page out of your book and only use them as a last resort. I think that's what makes you pretty incredible, Happy. You've got this power right there, but choose not to use it.
I think that means I just gave up. You're way more amazing because you're still trying. No doubt about it.
No, you're the amazing one. And you can't tell me otherwise.
I don't even know what we're talking about anymore. Anyway, was that all? 'Cause I feel like I need to move.
Yeah, thanks for talking with me. You going to train?
Yep. Figure it couldn't hurt to put in a little effort.
Oh.
You should come too if you're free. I hope to see you there.
Come to think of it. Experiments, huh? What did that dream even mean?
Nice. Glad to see it. What else? Edelgard has her only support with Linhardt.
It seems I'm alone. Are you here, little one?
Kitty!
Aw, were you waiting for me? Well, you're a good kitty, aren't you? Guess who brought you some fish? Hey, easy there. No need to wolf it down.
I hope in the credits for this game we just see voice actor Cat.
Oh, you want more? Well, just stay put while I...
Edelgard? Oh, fascinating. I never imagined I'd run into you in a place like this.
Linhardt, this is a surprise. What are you even doing here?
I was having a nap over there. Such is the price for pulling so many all-nighters, though I pay it gladly.
Over there, as in, right over there? Immediately so? Does that mean you saw... Ow!
Well, well. A cat. Does it live here?
How should I know? I've certainly never seen it before this very moment.
Really? Because it seems quite used to you.
Yes, it... Oh, come out with it already. If you have something to say, just speak and stop this interminable dance.
No, no. In fact, I like cats as well. Especially ones that live near people.
Please don't say you use them as test subjects.
You, a cat person. I never thought I'd hear you say that.
Why not? I find them charming. You have to admire the way they draw people in with their cuteness, only to be waited on hand and foot.
Yep, that's the life.
Linhardt, people don't take care of cats just because they're cute. Cats rid us of rodents and other vermin. They are fine pets who bring much solace to their owners. As I see it, people and cats have a good relationship because we do things for each other.
Symbiotic.
Well, I wonder how the cats see it. Because it appears to me that they're just doing things their way and don't really care about anyone else.
That's very true, though.
There's a charmed existence. Live as selfishly as you like and have people lavish you with praise and affection for it. Not to mention they'll never run out of food.
Which just shows how much people value them. What does it matter if they're being selfish? To be honest, I'm surprised you have an opinion about cats at all.
I love this little mini debate about the existence of philosophy of how cats live their lives.
Have you owned one previously? Because I could use your advice if so.
Please, do I look like the sort of person to take on that kind of responsibility?
You do not, hence my surprise.
Ah, wait, now I get it. I was wondering why you were being so cross with me. You're thinking about keeping this cat. But the implication that cats and I both want to lead the same easy life spoils the idea for you.
I don't think that's the reason.
I mean... Yes, that's it. You've caught me.
She's like, wait a minute, a way out.
Linhardt, listen. If you aspire to be a pet, that is your decision and yours alone. However, if you expect people to bend over backward for you, the least you can do is work for it. The problem with you is that you always...
Please, Your Majesty, let's not do this now. Look, the kitty cat wants you to snuggle wuggle.
Oh boy. Can't get much better than that, I don't think. Hubert and Caspar. All right, polar opposites here.
Lord Hubert, we've located what appears to be an enemy scouting party in the forest near our base.
This is certainly a matter of concern. We will need to make immediate preparations to...
But the one who located them was... Caspar.
Ah, I see. Then what of our casualties? Also, did we manage to capture any of the enemy?
We've 3 lightly wounded, including Caspar. And I fear none were taken alive.
I suppose such things are wont to occur when charging headlong into the fray.
Hey, Hubert! Did you hear how I cleared out a few enemy spies?
I did indeed. And on top of getting several people injured, you failed to capture any of said spies. Had you first called for reinforcements before leaping into action, that could have been avoided.
And what if they'd gotten away while we waited? Also, didn't you say it was fine when my old man did the same thing before?
Reinforcements would be nothing but a hindrance to Count Burgley's. If he could not handle something himself, additional soldiers would do nothing more. Besides, he would not have suffered even the slightest injury in the process.
Hey, I'm barely scratched. Ah, forget it. I'll win your respect next time for sure.
Why do you ever insist on hurling yourself into danger at every opportunity? Clearly, some of the reason lies in your desire for military accolades, and yet, let us take this most recent incident, for example. Had you summoned reinforcements, you would likely have received more plaudits for it. The capture of an enemy spy would have been a nice feather in your cap, as would coming home with fewer injured comrades.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. All I can say is that my gut told me to attack and I listened. And it wasn't a terrible result, so what's the problem?
It told me to attack and I listened, just like I attacked that sandwich from Subway yesterday.
The problem is whether or not your gut continues to avail you. If this instinct of yours is wrong even a single time, you will find a mound of dirt over your head.
You better step away, Hubert. You're starting to look like a licorice stick.
Don't talk like that, Hubert. I might be aggressive, but I'm not angling to end up dead.
Your untimely demise would make trouble for me as well. I just think of the critical military manpower I would be sacrificing. Yet, at the same time, you and your gut mucking up carefully laid plans is cause for no less chagrin.
Ah, you think too much, you know that? I mean, if you want to make a name for yourself on the battlefield, you kinda have to accept the risk of death. I made the choice to distinguish myself in war in spite of that. But hey, you know what? If you think I'm gonna kick the bucket, go ahead and work that into your plans. Look, I know I'm your critical military manpower or whatever it was you said, but sometimes you've gotta win whether you have that manpower or not. Like I said, I'm not aiming to get myself killed, but I also know there are no guarantees in battle. Anyway, I figure that's gotta be the best way to make sure I don't end up being a burden for you. Oh, it's time for training. Gotta run, Hubert.
Placing your fate into my hands, are you? They say it is a fine line that separates the saint from the buffoon. How right they are.
Interesting how that one turned around at the end. Did not expect it at all. Oh, Linhardt's got a couple more. A with Caspar, B with Dorothea.
There you are, Lynn.
Oh, Dorothea. How unusual. I didn't expect to see you in a place like this.
It's not unusual when I've been looking for you literally everywhere. You skipped out on the War Council meeting this morning, and 80 was livid.
Yes, something came up that required pulling an all-nighter 2 nights in a row, so I had some sleep debts to repay.
Next time, maybe spare a thought for the person who'll get stuck having to track you down. We discussed important matters in the meeting, you know. There was some kind of accident, and now we're experiencing a delay on supplies.
And now we need to ration our food? It's a pain, but these things happen. In the worst case, we're supposed to be considering ways to forage for food ourselves, right? I suppose I can handle it if we need to fish, but I'll have to pass on tromping through the fields and mountains to harvest wild whatevers.
Wait, how do you know all this? You weren't even at the meeting, were you?
Sounds logical, though, doesn't it?
Because I had someone who attended take notes for me.
Oh. Peak laziness. Hire a note taker.
More importantly, you should go to Her Majesty and propose a review of our supply logist. Considering our current position on the front lines, we should break up the transportation of provisions along multiple routes. It may cost a little more to split things up, but it'll allow us to avoid situations like this. Overall, it should provide many benefits, and the plan will be viable for use in future campaigns too.
Wow.
Dorothea?
This sort of thing really gets your brain going, huh? Still, I wish you'd just go to the meetings and share all of these opinions. People would be thrilled at your resourcefulness, you know.
Oh, I'm quite happy with things the way they are. Attending meetings would only add to my headaches.
You can only run from this for so long, Lynn. And sure, I'll propose what you asked me to, but I'm going to do so in your name.
Wait, are you serious?
Oh, very much so. I couldn't possibly take the credit for something you thought up, right?
I suppose that's fair. I can feel the headaches forming already.
Wonderful. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to cut this a little bit short, so I'll be back next time when we deal with those who slither in the dark. See you guys then.